The terrifying story of Jodi Arias.
Until you're resting here with me, and I will go.
This story starts with Travis Alexander, who was a salesman in Mesa, Arizona in 2008. Travis was also an inspirational speaker and a devoted Mormon at the time. In 2006, at a service conference in Las Vegas, Travis met Jodi Arias. Jodi was also working in sales at the time. Jodi was born in California and she always dreamed of being a professional photographer. But her dreams quickly disappeared after she dropped out of college, and after that she ended up working as a salesperson. Travis and Jodi fell in love right away. After they met, they would talk on the phone every day, texting each other more than 100,000 messages in the 5 months they were dating. After 5 months of dating, Travis decided to break up with Jodi. Travis just wasn't feeling the relationship anymore, but Jodi was so in love with Travis that she ended up moving to Mesa, Arizona near him. The two ended up having this very complex relationship. Jodi would show up to his house unannounced. She would get inside the house through the dog's door, and she would get extremely jealous if Travis was talking to other women. After some time, Travis ended up blaming Jodi for having his tires slashed and having his Facebook account hacked. But things only get worse for Travis. On June the 4th, 2008, Travis didn't pick up for a conference call. A few days passed and he had no communication with his friends. Some of his friends decided to check on him and they were able to get into his apartment after one of them had a spare key. Once they were able to get inside his apartment, they noticed that his room was locked. They looked for the key inside his apartment everywhere and they were able to find it. Once they were able to get inside the room, they noticed that the restroom door was open. Once they were able to get inside the restroom, they found one of the most terrifying scenes in crime history. They found a pool of blood that followed all the way to the tub. Inside the tub was the body of Travis with 27 stab wounds and a shot to the head with a .20 caliber gun.
What's going on?
A friend of ours is dead in his bedroom. We hadn't heard from him for a while. We think he's dead. His roommate just went in there and said there's lots of blood. I didn't go in, but I can give you the phone to someone who went in there.
Yes, please, can you?
Hello.
Hi, so what's going on?
He's dead. He's in his bedroom.
Okay.
In the shower.
Okay. How did this happen? Do you have any idea?
No, we have no idea. Everyone's been wondering about him for a few days.
She said that there was blood. So is it coming from his head? Did he cut
No,
his wrist?
it's all over the place.
Has he been threatened by anyone recently?
Yes, he has. Okay. He has an ex-girlfriend that's been bothering him and following him and slashing tires and things like that.
And do you know the ex-girlfriend's name?
Her name is Jodi.
And everyone is out of the house. There's no one else in the house.
No one's in the house.
His roommate went in. There's blood in his bedroom, behind the door, and then he said it's all over. And then they went in the bathroom and he's in his shower. She's talking to his friend right now. There's a girl that's been stalking him and things, and he's trying to. You might know some information.
The friends and family pointed immediately to Jodi. After this, Jodi was contacted by the police the same day, and she sounded devastated. She sounded normal to the police, just like a normal person would after finding something like this about a loved one. After some investigation, they found that Jodi had rented a car 100 miles away from the grandparents' house. She also had contacted her ex asking for 5 canisters of gasoline. After deeper investigation, they found that she had purchased different canisters of gasoline in different locations. The police started investigating Travis' apartment and they found a camera inside his washer machine. It seemed like the camera was put there by somebody intentionally to damage the camera. But lucky for the police, even after water damage, they were able to reveal the photos in the camera. Some of these photos were actually Travis photos in the tub and his final moments. This was around 5 p.m. in the morning. They also found footprints of Jodi and a handprint of blood containing Jodi and Travis' DNA on the wall. This was after Jodi had tried to wipe off some of that stuff. At this point, it was pretty obvious that Jodi was responsible for the crime. The police also find out that Jodi was trying to cover up and make an alibi for herself. Jodi claimed that during the murder of Travis, she was actually visiting her new boyfriend in Utah. Ryan, the new boyfriend, claimed that Jodi had dyed her hair and she was wearing a long sleeve. And this was actually very strange because it was the summertime. Ryan also claimed that she had a lot of bandages on her hand. Jodi claimed that these cuts were from a pizza place, a new job that she was working for as a chef. Ryan decided to check this place, and it turns out that the place did not exist. Jodi was pulled over in Utah in the same day. The police officer that pulled Jodi over claimed that she was missing her front license plate and the one in the back was flipped backwards. She blamed this on some kids. She claims that she was trying to get Starbucks when some of the kids around the area did this. After returning the car, the rental place claimed that Jodi had taken off the mats and there were actually a lot of red stains around the car. Later, Jodi claimed that these were actually Kool-Aid stains. Very unfortunately, the police didn't get to investigate this as the car was detailed by the same company before they did the examination. Another clue for the police was that some days before the murder, Jodi's grandparents claimed that they had broken into their home and taken a few things, including a .20 caliber pistol. This .20 caliber pistol was never found and is the same caliber round that was found right next to Travis during the murder. With all this evidence, Jodi was arrested in July the 9th of 2008 and she was actually in her grandparents' house at the time. In this video I'm going to show you next, you can see how Jodi denied all her accusations.
At Travis's house on Wednesday.
Absolutely not.
What if I could show you proof you were there? There's pictures. And I know you know there's pictures. Because I have them.
Are you sure it's me? I mean, that because I was
Jodi,
not there.
It's you. I know you took pictures of him in the shower. And the camera actually took a couple of photos by accident. During the time that he was being killed.
Really?
Yeah, Jodi, really. You.
Is he naked?
In this next video, Jodi is being interrogated for the trip that she took to Utah, as she had 18 hours accounted to this trip.
I've gone over this trip over and over in my mind and on paper. There's still 20 some odd hours. Even if you pulled over to sleep a couple of times. If you slept for 10 hours
I only slept for about
here
8
and
hours.
here, it would still leave 18 some odd hours.
I did not go near his house. Aren't there?
I pulled your cell records. Do I believe that you had come to visit Travis? Yes. I truly believe it.
This next video is one of the most shocking videos because the detective is able to trick Jodi into confessing being right next to Travis during the murder.
He was very private about the shower. Like
Is that why you were taking pictures of him in the shower?
No. No.
Trying to get back at him.
No.
After this confession, Jodi had to change her story. She claimed that it was actually two men who had broken into the apartment and they did this to Travis. Then later during the trial, she actually changed her story back again, claiming that she actually did this on self-defense because Travis was trying to kill her. After a trial of 5 months, and after Jodi accusing Travis of several accusations, Jodi was found guilty and she was sentenced to life in prison.
Count 1. We, the jury, duly impaneled and sworn, in the above entitled action, upon our oaths, do find the defendant as to count 1, first-degree murder, guilty. 5 jurors find premeditated, 0 find felony murder, 7 find both premeditated and felony.
She's currently serving time in Arizona, and she's going to be there for the rest of her life.
We met at the Rainforest Cafe in the MGM Grand in Las Vegas.
How long ago was that?
It was in September of 2006.
What was it about him when you saw him that kind of drew you to him?
You know, there wasn't really any initial magnetic attraction. At the time I shook his hand, he said, "Hi, I'm Travis." I said, "Hi, I'm Jodi," and his name was just another of many names that I had to remember. I was meeting hundreds of people that weekend. We were all there for a big convention, and so it was right after I had finished eating with a group of people, and we got up and shook hands with a few people. He was among them, and then we began to walk throughout the casino, and he made it a point to keep walking next to me and keep me engaged in conversation, and we just, you know, by the time we made it around to the big gold lion in the front of the lobby,